It's a spell wine bright. You saw the moon today, I'm lucky that I get back.
Who am I? I am a white kid that grew up in the country on the Beatles, moved to the big city and discovered Dilla. And somehow it all turned into Colin Munroe.
Your girl's a fine, it seems a dime or two in every dozen. I only wanted one, but I'm the one, so I get nothing.
Never really had a band, never really had friends around to play the other instruments, so I just did it myself. I can play whatever I need to play to make a record. Bass, drums, guitar, keys. I always started out writing my own material in the sense that it was always me as the singer-songwriter that wanted to make music. But moving to the city, moving to Toronto, it was really just the easiest in to be able to get into the community by writing and producing for people. And it was for urban music, which is not really my world at the beginning, so it just it was what I could offer to get my foot in the door.
Sometimes I break off and run, 'cause it's so lonely. Sometimes it's lonely.
Socks, big socks. Socks and I crossed paths shortly after I moved to Toronto.
'Cause it's so lonely. Sometimes it's lonely.
He started working with me on projects that he was working on, and then on stuff that he was doing for himself, and it's kind of evolved over time.
So don't tell me I gotta stand up tall. I don't assume it's easy, though it looks like nothing at all.
I feel like the state of the industry has never been better suited towards Canadians, which is why I think you're starting to see more of them emerge, and not just the meat and potatoes rock or pop acts.
You gotta remember that festivals like this are a part of making sure people mix and match the music together, because we're that generation, we listen to playlists.
It's just perfect, like people's ears are more open than they've ever been because of the internet and sounds mixing and whatnot. But within Canada proper, there's still like this line between the communities. I know lots of people within the urban community who work in urban music. I don't know anyone in sort of the indie rock world. No one's ever approached me, no one's ever got in touch to say they enjoy the music or hey, let's try working together. And that to me was very different from how it is in a lot of other musical communities.
H5OK1, I am a human being. Maybe my password's not enough. I think I'm a human being.
Canadians, I mean, we're the underdogs. We have to have some sort of unified front in the industry. If everyone's just like, oh, I've got mine, you got to fend for yourself now, we're never gonna be able to be, like what we can be within the industry as a presence. This has to be a productive thing, like we need to be moving steps forward here. I think that the intent to do that is in the Manifesto organization. It's one of those things that, like I was saying, like for the community in Toronto, it could be one of those things that really brings people together, and hopefully it persists and draws more people from urban backgrounds, from rock backgrounds, from pop backgrounds, and becomes something that is it's like a celebration of people doing their individual things that ultimately leads to people working together and a real productive thing. And it's called Manifesto.
Thank you.
The Manifesto.